Hey, Dallas Comedy House, how's it going?
Wonderful.
Wonderful, good. A couple of housekeeping things before I start the comedy, because that's a natural segue. If you would like to order food or drink, there's a little radio antenna right at the table, so you're going to go ahead and fill out a little piece of paper, put your name on the top, your table number, and if you haven't already opened a bar tab, go ahead and slide a form of payment in there, and one of our lovely staff will come take care of you. Since 2009, Dallas Comedy House has been your home for improv, sketch, stand-up, and storytelling. And we're really glad that all of you came out and supported local comedy. Now, with that out of the way, I'm going to do stand-up. It's a really good segue. So, guys, I'm Wes. I'm 37 years old, and I have two mental afflictions. I have depression, and I am an optimist. And what this means is I'm positive that I'm a piece of shit and I should die. Oh, man. No, it's not all bad, though, guys. Getting control of your mental health is a pretty positive thing. I started going to therapy, and my therapist is a dollar store Robin Williams. He looks just like him if he were a lot cheaper. So every therapy session is cosplaying Goodwill Hunting. He tells me it's not my fault, I cry, we punch each other, it's a pretty big deal. He says stuff to me like, you know, Wes, you had a bunch of goals and you set them, and you were never happy, so I think you went through some trauma. And I think you're processing that trauma now. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. One of the goals I accomplished was I lost 80 pounds in like the last year and a half. And what that did for me was make me realize that there are some things I miss about being fat. And one of the things I miss about being fat is like my under tit misses my gut. Like a whole hell of a lot. Like when I sit down, they're no longer snuggly buddies. None of that. When I stand up, there's no sweat smiley face and the gut full and the titty full. Quick aside that has nothing to do with this, my high school nickname was Beef Tits. Yeah, that's a thing that happens. You call somebody Beef Tits for 8 or 9 years, they're going to be in therapy in their 30s. It's a proven mathematical equation. One of the things I did to lose weight is I did some Bikram yoga for a summer. And if you're not familiar with Bikram yoga, that's where they stick you in a furnace and tell you to shove your foot in your mouth. It's a lot of fun. It's a 110-degree room. And my first day of Bikram yoga, I showed up wearing a Josh Hamilton jersey t-shirt. Stretching for the Lord. And got in there and immediately sweat through this thing in front of 40 fit North Dallas girls in Lululemon and one Matthew McConaughey-looking motherfucker in the corner in boy shorts and Nat's dance. His eyes just glistening. Once I sweated through the shirt, weighed like 30, 40 pounds, so I had to like Houdini my way out of that. Dropped it on the ground and landed with like a... And now there I am, standing in this position at an almost 300-pound weight with my fur glistening. The cute guy has a happy trail. I have a happy interconnected interstate system. You can hop on here and get anywhere you want to go. Like a happy trail is bullshit. That's lazy man work. Like this, you've got to navigate. You gotta get ways. Yoga instructor, you know, they tell you at the beginning of class, this is a silent practice. This is you. Look in the mirror, be one with yourself, and breathe, no talking. Great, that's fine. Until you're in the wind release position. Yeah, think about the words. Wind release position. That's where they tell you to shove your knees in your ear hole. And Tammy next to me broke wind like a 45-year-old New York Yankees fan after 7 hot dogs. Sounded like somebody playing 90s rap music with two 12-inch subwoofers in the back of their car across the street. It was insane how loud this fart was. I can't describe it. The yoga pants fluttered. It was a behemoth of a fart. And this girl must have gone to the Jiu-Jitsu school of fart blaming, because in a silent room, she made everybody think it was me. She furrowed her brow and shot her gaze at the fat man. Fuck you, Tammy. Fuck you. So I didn't make any friends in yoga because I was a fart guy. That was beautiful. I think another reason that I'm going through depression is I worked in an open office floor plan for about 3 years. Open office floor plans are the devil because I'm an extrovert. I can't work because I'm talking to you. You want to die because I'm fucking talking to you. One day at the office, one of the partners, older guy, came up to me and he was like, "Hey bud, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news?" Like, sure did, Grandpa. Because you congratulate people when their sons don't pull out. That's what you do. You congratulate grandfathers. And he goes, "You want to see pictures of the grandkids?" I go, "Yes, I do." I lied. He pulled out his phone and he shows me a picture. He's like, that's a good looking boy. And we did the thing that you do, like, yeah. And he goes, do you want to see the full picture? Before I could get out what's the full he had swiped right on the phone, and now I am confronted with a naked baby. I'm confronted with a naked baby that's roughly 60% cock. I'm confronted with a naked baby that's roughly 60% cock whose grandfather is pointing to his cock and squatting down like a gremlin going, yeah. Yeah, look at it, I'm a proud grandpa. I didn't know my son was packing that kind of heat. Oh. Guys, what do you do when you're confronted with a baby dick? And you're asked to compliment it? This is a weird conundrum because if that's on my computer, I'm talking to Chris Hansen. That's a situation I don't want to be in. But I copped out, gave him a high five, and I was like, kid's got a hog. That's how I get out of awkward situations. I wondered if I was going to happen upon in Hallmark like the congratulations on a well-endowed baby card. Because this kid was digging at a 12th grade level. So you pull out the card, it's like a baby with a diaper, but it's die cut, and you open it out, and the member falls down, and it says, what a boy. Fold it up and awkwardly look around like you weren't looking at the baby dick cards. Go get some junior bits or whatever you do at the Hallmark store. Yeah, third reason I'm depressed, this is a fun one. I watch too much true crime. Does anybody watch true crime? Mm-hmm. 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 Come on, y'all are a bunch of liars. I saw the demographics in here. All y'all watching true crime. Come on. I watch all of it. I watch Dateline, I watch 48 Hours, I watch Snapped, I watch 2020, I watch Killer Kids, I watch Nightmare Next Door, I watch Who the Bleep Did I Marry, I watch Forensic Files. All this shit. Okay? You guys seen Snapped? The show, woo, yeah, okay. Snapp's a show where women kill their husbands and families. I'll show it. There's a spoiler. Every time the narrator's like, could it have been the neighbor boy next door who killed the family? No. You showed me the family picture at the beginning of the show. It's a 5-minute fucking show. She's right there. She's right there. It's like, the story goes, the husband didn't use a coaster, drowned the kids in the bathtub, off to Maine. The whole thing. Then there's Dateline. Dateline's pretty great. Their narrators always sound like they went to the DeVry School of Journalism. It was Christmas, and Santa was bringing murder. Fuck you, Dateline. Only pretty people die on Dateline. Just pretty people. Nobody ugly dies on Dateline. If you're ugly, you die on Forensic Files. Especially if you're fat in your 50s, live in the Midwest, and there's some weird sexual triangle cult thing, you definitely die on Forensic Files. Pretty, you die on Dateline. And there's this one guy, Keith Morrison. Have y'all seen the movie Mask? You know the main character in Mask, guy with like stretch face, like weird, like Keith Morrison is a dead ringer for this guy. And I'm not gonna explain it any harder. It's your job to Google that shit. But Keith Morrison always sounds like he wants to tell you a children's story that he's really excited for you to find out is not a children's story. It's like summer, where the children laugh and play. The meadows, fluttering in the breeze, are the trees, and there, children. Look at how they play so free, but for one family, their child was kidnapped. She was a high school cheerleader. That's always bad. When she's a high school cheerleader, you're only finding bones. I promise. Like, no, that's the thing. If she's a high school cheerleader, you're finding 16 bones in a ditch. That's it. And you're gonna have to do like dental record shit to find it. That's what all this has taught me. It's there's always this shot of the family sitting on a bench, like looking out of the lake, like mourning the dead person. Like they sit out there and they're looking out and going like this. They're like, just looking out of the lake. And I've always wondered whose fucking job is that to get that B-reel footage. How do you get the B-reel footage of the mourning family on Dayline? It's like, hey guys, can you sit on that park bench right there? Yeah. Good. Just look out at the lake. Yeah. Remember the good times. Remember the good times. Remember the good times. Now think about your dead daughter. Think about your dead daughter. Think about your dead daughter. Think about your dead fucking daughter. Look at the lake. Think about your daughter. She was found right there. Think about your dead daughter. Think about your dead daughter. She was found in the lake. There's probably still bits of her in there. They should rename the lake your dead daughter Sue. Think about your dead daughter. Think about all the Christmases you're missing. Think about your dead daughter. Think about it. Think about it. We got the shot. It's fucked up. It's a segue that that doesn't make sense from here, but it always reminds me of listening in the car to bad auto dealership commercials. It's like, come on down and get a fucking Ford truck. My favorite one was Troy Aikman Ford here in Dallas. Like, you didn't expect no best, so expect no less. Troy Aikman Ford. So how many takes does that take in the studio? Like, how many times does the professional musician have to go, Troy Aikman Ford? Dale, that's good, but this is a rock station. This is Dallas's only #1 rock station. I need you to give me more energy. You got it, man. Troy Aikman Ford! Okay, we got a conservative talk news channel. I need you to bring it back a little bit. I need you to be depressed. I need you to think about your dead daughter. Think about your dead daughter. Think about it. Cry while you sing Troy Aikman Ford. Think about your dead daughter. That's my time. I'm Wes Davis. I'm going to be your host for the night. We got a great lineup of local comics coming in. And the first one, she's very funny. Eileen Kennedy, give it up.